Give me 4 seconds.
Okay, 1.
Don't count aloud.
Hello and welcome to Good for a Change, a podcast that aims to combat the everyday awful news you hear with stories that'll make you smile. I'm Jared, and with me is Holly.
Hello.
Hello, Holly, and Sean.
Hi there.
Okay, are you ready to? You ready to spread some good news?
I am ready to spread some good news.
Some good cheer.
Yeah. As some of you may know, or listeners probably don't. I don't know how well they know me. One of my favourite things in the world is Lego, and I encountered a great news story this week about Lego.
Let's hear it.
It is that this year, as a build-up on last year, Lego is going to donate this holiday period 1 million Lego sets to kids across the world.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, but what's even cooler is how they're doing it. So there's 1 million Lego sets up for grabs. It's not something you can do as a competition. You can't win one. This is being given to kids in need. But you build an ornament either in store or at home and then post it on the social media with the hashtag #BuildToGive. That's build to give. And
As
then
in, sorry, T-O or the
T-O,
number 2?
yes, T-O.
Okay.
We should be clear, this isn't a visual medium. Build to give. We'll put it in the show notes. Hashtag build to give. And then they will match each decoration built with a Lego set up to 1 million Lego sets. So the more people build decorations and tag them, the more children will get Lego out in the world, no matter where they are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a really exciting program. So last year they gave out 500,000. So this year it's a real step up of this year on last year.
So what kind of Lego sets? Like all different types, or is it?
I don't know 100% exactly what they give out, but I do know that it's something to the value of like $10 million of Lego is being given out. So it is a decent. It's not like just like cheap like secondhand Lego. I don't think. I think it's like legit sets.
It was just the decoration.
That's well, I thought
just
like
copy
okay
the
for every decoration like or you send that to a child in need. I'm like, well, that's lovely. What are they going to do with that? But no, they're actually getting sets.
They get a full set
Nice.
From Lego, and they're partnering with various charities and groups across the world. So in Australia, they're working with Camp Quality to distribute. So it's quite like known.
So it is all around
charities.
the world.
It's all around the world,
That's great.
which is really exciting. So, a 1 million Lego sets could be given out, but it needs people to get out there and build things. So after this, I suggest we all go and build a Lego ornament, and we can then put our pictures up on Instagram, and we'll tag them.
How much Lego you got in the house?
Well, I don't know if it's enough for 1 million sets, but like we can give it a fair chunk.
Not with that attitude.
As of right now, it's just opened. I think it opened on November 8th to start distributing, or to start contributing, I should say. They've given away over 101,000 sets already. So it's
only
kicked
been
off.
a few days.
Yeah, and I think it only goes until like the start of December.
Yeah.
There's about. So you really got to get on it. You got to get building some Christmas decorations and spread that holiday cheer. Do you want to hear some of the decorations I found?
I do.
Because I went on Instagram and I typed in the hashtag #BuildToGive and had a look for what had been created. So I saw some penguins, which were really cute. Really nice little penguin ones. And what's great is there's a real mix of ages that are working on these decorations as well. So you've got some children making some. You've got some adult fans of Lego building some. I saw some great trees, a really nice robin, some snowmen. Will Arnett was building one. One of the campaign release videos was Will Arnett, who was obviously Lego Batman in the films, was sitting down and making one as well. One of the best ones I saw is a Grinch. It's like the face of the Grinch that someone made.
Yeah.
So I might share that on our Instagram story or something as well.
That's
so
great.
Keep an eye out for that.
All right. My head's just now going of like what I'm going to build.
That's the joy of Lego, isn't it?
That's it. Well, I mean, you say you're a big Lego fan. Like, what's your favourite set you've ever done? Like, gosh. I literally just, like last week, the week before, did the Flintstones set.
Oh, that's nice.
It took me 3 hours, and it was the most fun 3 hours I've had in a long time.
I really like this is like going back a long time, back when I was like a child Lego, but I had a great pirate ship, and I remember there being a lot of like pirate sets. It was like Pirates was a set, and Knights were a set, and then there was like the Explorer-y kind of ones, but I never got those ones, and I never really got so much of the Knight ones, but I definitely got a lot of pirate ones when that was around.
Yeah.
And I remember they used to come in the box, they used to have that like brochure that was in there as well, and I would just sit through there and be like, oh my gosh, I want like all these sets.
That's what happens when I go on the Lego website.
Yeah.
I just like I've done the Flintstones one. I've done the Steamboat Willie,
I want that
Mickey
one
Mouse
so
one,
bad.
which is great. They've just announced a Sesame Street one,
That's very exciting.
which I'm ecstatic about. I love Lego.
I like the Disney Princess ones. I love the Disney Princess ones.
Have you seen the castle? The Disney castle?
Have I ever seen a castle?
That thing costs like $500.
Yeah.
It's huge too.
Yeah.
It's like half the size of a person.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got the time or the energy.
No, that's true. It's the same with like that Millennium Falcon one that's
Oh,
absolutely
yeah, that
huge.
thing's like $1,000.
Yeah.
What do you do with it when you're done as well?
You display it, I guess.
Well, friends of ours have one, and they, I believe, are going to mount it on their wall. That's their aim, is to mount it on their wall.
Oh, I feel like that's precarious. Like, you chuck that on the wall. Imagine, like, an earthquake.
That's what we live for. Living life on the edge.
At any moment, this could come crashing down.
That's it. You talked about some of the Lego ornaments that people have made so far. You said a penguin. Have I got a story for you guys?
Oh, there's a tenuous link.
There is a tenuous link that was not planned, genuinely. A 99-year-old great-grandmother named Joyce has had a lifelong dream fulfilled when she finally got to meet a penguin.
Oh, Joyce.
Yes, she joined a aged care facility. It's called Bernadette House in England. And they asked all new residents to make a wish, and then they endeavoured to make that wish come true. They were brought into the aged care home about 3 months after she expressed her wish. Most people wish for simple things like, a specific meal or to watch an old film. But no, she wanted to meet penguins.
I bet
She
now.
went all in, didn't she?
She went all in.
Good for you, Joyce.
I bet like everyone else in the home was like, "Ah, damn! I thought this was just like I wanted roast beef." Like,
Yeah, I wanted to watch, Mary Poppins.
and I could have been wishing for like
Penguins?
to ride an elephant. Like,
Well-
I should have gone back. Oh, here we go.
No, there've been no elephants, but there has...
Snowballs.
In the past, there has been, or dogs and chickens, that's fine, but they've even had llamas.
Oh, fair enough.
That's fun.
Llamas have come in.
All rage.
So there were 3 penguins. The penguins' names are Groot, Pringle, and Charlie, and they all originate from Chile.
Huh.
So imagine like that's a life for those penguins.
Yeah.
Like they've originated in Chile,
And they've ended up
and they've
in...
ended up halfway
That's
around the
it.
world in an aged care facility in England.
Were they in a zoo?
Yes,
or
so they're in a
something?
zoo.
Okay.
So they're actually called show business penguins.
Right.
In that these penguins are used for TV movies. In fact, you can see all 3 penguins, or at least 2 of the penguins, in the Netflix series The Crown.
Oh,
Yes, these are celebrity penguins. And
What point did the royal family need I don't even want to know. I
well,
don't know.
apparently whoever Matt Lucas played is feeding them at one point. I don't
Okay.
know exactly. I haven't seen it.
we've all been there.
We've all been there. We've all been fed by Matt Lucas. So yeah, she finally got to meet a penguin at age 99. We'll put this photo in the show notes, but here she is.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Look at the joy on her face.
She's absolutely thrilled.
Wow,
She's thrilled.
I would
Look
be
at-
thrilled as well. I mean, like birds scare me, but I feel like penguins don't scare me so much.
Well,
They don't have feathers. I think that's what it is.
but also they can't these ones aren't likely to flap in your face and
Or
freak
eat
you
me.
out. Or eat you like a cassowary.
Yes.
Apparently these penguins, because they are used on film, TV and stuff like that, and they're in the zoo, they're very acclimatized to humans. They like being picked up and held, and apparently you can feed them with a bottle if you really want to.
That type of penguin, I'm pretty sure it's that type of penguin was in a zoo near where we lived in the UK, and they had this one, and he came in as a rescue, and I think unfortunately he passed away now. But he had a condition, or he'd been attacked by oil, or something had happened, and he'd lost his feathers, and to make him feel better and to get him healthy again, they had to make him little jackets to wear. So he had this little wetsuit
like a
jacket.
scuba jacket.
That's pretty
that he
cute.
would wear around, and it became so iconic. This penguin and his little suit,
Puffer jacket.
the little puffer jacket, that they made merchandise of him in the little jacket, so little penguin stuffed toys with the jacket on that you could take home, and he was all the rage. And I think he did unfortunately die last year, which was really sad. But it wasn't. I don't think it was due to that. I think it was due to long life in the end,
Yeah.
rather than the condition that he picked up. I believe he was quite the ladies' man and stuff like that as well. So
Good
You would
on
be in a fancy jacket.
You'd be in a
be.
fancy jacket. Exactly
Look at
right.
you in this lovely hoodie.
I mean, I'm in a lovely hoodie right now. At least I'm not an unappealing albatross.
Exactly.
throwback.
All right, now find a way to segue our story, Sully.
Speaking of wishing for meals,
I'll give it.
Yep, go on.
they have recently sent up an oven and cookies to bake in the International Space Station.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this first batch, they're made by Doubletree by Hilton.
Oh, yes.
And they're meant to be out of this world cookies.
Waka
is what
waka.
the Hilton press release says. But they've sent them up to do experiments to see if it's possible to bake in space. Because basically they don't know if they're going to obviously there's no gravity in space. So they don't know if they're going to expand or if they're going to grow upwards into cylinders, because obviously when you bake something, especially a cookie, you put it in as a ball in it.
Well, the gravity brings it
Spreads
down,
out.
doesn't it? Yes.
That's what will happen.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Oh no. This is the problem with space. Once you start proposing these questions, it just gets very deep very fast. And it goes over my level of knowledge very fast, and my brain hurts.
Well, I think it goes over everyone's level of knowledge, and that's why they're doing it. Apparently, they're not allowed to eat them though.
Oh.
That's
Really?
the worst
Okay.
thing, is they have to send them back.
So that they can study them here?
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Can you imagine?
You at least want to, 100% someone's going to take a nibble.
Yeah, you would.
You'd take a nibble.
It could be dangerous as well, though, because I know one of the things about space food is that crumbs are incredibly dangerous.
Yes,
because
correct.
crumbs, obviously in space, again, no gravity, so the crumbs aren't falling to the ground, they're just in the air.
Yeah.
And if they get stuck in a piece of equipment or stuck in a person's eye or something, you can
It's
cry
mad.
to death in space.
Yes.
This is something I discovered in a book by, I think it was Chris Hadfield. Was it the
Yeah.
Chris Hadfield one? That, if you cry in space, that can be the end
It doesn't
kind of
fall
thing.
down
It
your
doesn't
face.
fall, it gets stuck there.
Just balls up.
So, these cookies could be dangerous.
It'd be lethal.
It could be
Lethal cook. This is dangerous.
Oh, man,
We need
this
to be
isn't
calling
good news
NASA and
anymore.
getting this.
no,
Hi
I think
guys,
this
we're
is
not
exciting.
sure about this. Other things that they've sent into space, and by other things I mean one other thing. Pizza Hut once sent up a pizza,
Oh,
and they
Okay.
paid the people on the space station something like $10 million to eat it.
I mean, I'll gladly eat
What a job!
Pizza Hut pizza for... I'll do it for $1. I'll pay you $1 and I'll eat the pizza.
I'll pay you $5 and I'll just buy a pizza and I'll eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Here,
Yeah.
in this space.
So how long... Do you know how long it takes to get from, here to Earth? Because pizza is good in that it has a... You can reheat it for a couple of days.
Wait,
But you don't want it to be too long.
I think
doesn't
it only
Pizza Hut
takes-
also have one of those arrives hot guarantee things as well? So
Oh, good point.
if we get to the space station, they open up the portal and they bring it in. They're like, it's cold.
Yeah, but it's in one of those zip bags.
Hi guys, I'm really sorry. I know this literally cost millions of dollars to send up, but,
No, but it's cold, and also I didn't get my Coke.
And it's got olives on it. I'm pretty sure I said
No
no
olives.
olives.
But it's funny to talk about this, cookies going up there. I was watching an interview with an astronaut a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying the thing he missed the most was the smell of fresh bread.
cooking, yeah.
The smell of cooking, because you can't cook really anything up there. Everything comes pre-prepared. You just chuck, freeze-dried stuff, put a bit of water in, chuck it in a microwave.
That's what
Bon
they said.
appetit.
Yeah.
Was that the kitchen is the heart of the home, and they wanted to make living in space more bearable and more enjoyable, and
By giving them cookies they're not allowed to eat.
enjoy these cookies.
Enjoy these
Wow.
cookies. Enjoy looking at them.
I mean, I suppose the first time, you can't eat the first time, but if it works, maybe they'll send more up, and then they'll get to eat them another time.
Do you reckon they'll start sending them up and then bringing them back and then selling them so you
at
can
a
eat
premium.
cookies? Yeah, at a premium price.
Space
You can eat
cookies.
space cookies.
Just turn the space station into a bakery.
This is though,
Baker's Delight starts sponsoring the International Space Station.
when you go to a science museum
Yes.
and they have a gift shop, and always in the gift shop there's astronaut
Astronaut
ice
ice,
cream.
yeah.
That is the biggest lie of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
because that is just meringue.
Yeah.
It is literally just meringue.
And I would still buy it if it was just said meringue, because meringue is delicious.
astronaut meringue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's got a spaceman on it.
I don't think they've ever actually taken ice cream up to space. This isn't necessarily a fact, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the things I read into when reading up about astronaut ice cream, the product that is allegedly ice cream but isn't. That ice cream's just not a thing in space. But I could be wrong completely. Maybe they've got that up there now.
Well, now they're going to start
I mean,
making ice cream sandwiches with the cookies they're not allowed to eat.
Baked Alaska. Delicious.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah, Sean.
What's good in your life?
What's good in my life? I've recently learnt a little bit more about the National Disability Insurance Scheme.
Ooh.
NDIS. My best friend Emma is in a wheelchair. She's now started benefiting from this to the point where they've actually given her a new wheelchair.
Oh, wow.
That is like schmick. Like, it is top notch. It's something I can't remember. I did ask her and she hasn't let me know. But it's something like between $15,000 and $20,000, this wheelchair. And I was around at her place just the other day and I spent a good 20 minutes just playing in it. Like, she wasn't there. She had gone off to work and I just stayed in her house and played with her wheelchair. Like, it takes you up. Like, lifts you probably a good, a couple of feet in the air. You can sit back and relax and have a nap. Like, it reclines. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
But also it helps people, obviously, I'm just talking about that part of it. But it helps people to do, she gets a maid service that cooks and helps her clean. Basically, it's giving these people independence, where independence doesn't usually...
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Emma's to the point where now Emma's starting to look at moving out.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Which is something that, maybe 10 years ago we never really thought could happen.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think that's fantastic.
That is amazing.
But, Sean, what's good in your life?
Oh. Mine pales in comparison, I feel now, to a statement like that. But on Holly and my anniversary recently, we were up in Dalesford and we were at an amazing antique centre. And I found a Donald Duck lamp, like a vintage Donald Duck lamp. It's very rubbery. It's fantastic. And
Pat tested.
it's pat tested, which is handy because otherwise Holly wouldn't let me plug it in. But I sort of saw it and I was like, oh, that is so naff, but in a wonderful way that I think if you themed it correctly and in the right decoration, it would look fantastic. And since then, it has sat in a box under the bed, waiting for a time to find a home. And it's got itself a home this week. We did a little bit of redecorating, and it's found a nice little home on my bedside table with some new decorations, and it looks really good. It's also bright orange when you turn all the lights off, so he does look a bit like a hell duck. But
that's okay. I mean, do you need a nightlight? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 30 years old on
Scared
this.
of ghosts?
Yeah.
Mostly that, so...
Yeah. Well, if we can just quickly bring up, Sean, your fascination with Donald Duck. Like, about 5 years ago, the three of us went to Disneyland. And was it a pin that you saw?
It was a pin. So Disneyland has the pin trading
Yes.
phenomenon where you can pick up pins and trade them. And at Disneyland especially, they have a lot of what's called blind bags where you don't know what pin you're going to get. Like some places, like Disneyland Paris, you can just buy pins. At Disneyland proper, you get these blind bags. You don't know what's inside of it. I like Donald Duck. That is the first point I need to make. I like Donald Duck. So I went and bought something, and when you spent over a certain amount of money, you got a free pin. So I opened it, and to my joy, Donald was one of the pins.
Yes, but tell us about what Donald was doing.
Donald was on a train.
Yes, Donald on a train.
And I don't know why Donald on a train is so significant, because although I enjoy steam engines in the form of traction engines and paddle steamers... Oh boy, this is really... We've just lost our entire listening base. I don't like steam trains. And for some reason, when I open this blind bag...
Who has an opinion on steam trains? I don't like steam trains.
Me,
Well, we're not going to get
obviously.
sponsored by Big Steam Train anymore.
No, unfortunately. Sorry, Big Steam Train.
But the thing was, you were so excited about this Donald on a train.
Yeah.
You kept on saying the phrase Donald on a train. And the best part was, you two had been together how long? About 12 months at that time?
Maybe that.
Mate,
Yeah,
if that.
almost
And this is
bordering
only the second time I'd hung out with you, Holly, and we were on this holiday together. And every time you would be like, Donald on a train, for the briefest flash, and I mentioned this in my best man speech at your wedding, for the briefest flash, I just saw Holly go, oh, what am I doing? 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 And, I mean, Donald on trains come up a lot over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, ironically, at this antiques warehouse we were in, where I found this Donald lamp, Holly and I had set ourselves a challenge to find each other a present for our anniversary. And as we were crawling through the stuff, Holly goes, okay, I haven't really found something, but I want to show you something. I just want to get your opinion on it. And she leads me over to this hideously ugly biscuit barrel.
Literally, it was past, ugly and therefore kitsch, and just straight into, hideous.
Yeah. It was bad. And smack bang in the center of it.
3D.
3D, sticking out, porcelain objects sticking out of this biscuit barrel. Don't let on a train.
Oh, no.
Luckily, Holly decided that it was so hideous she couldn't have it in her life, and she couldn't buy it.
I took a picture though.
Okay.
So
I'll check it out.
We'll probably put it in the show notes on the Instagram story.
Well, besides ugly Donald Duck biscuit barrels, Holly, what's good in your life?
Again, pales in comparison to yours, but recently on Facebook I have been recognised as a top fan on Mika's Facebook page.
How often are you interacting with Mika's
Constantly.
Facebook page?
It doesn't take a lot.
No, it
Is
doesn't.
what I've realised.
Because I've also recently been recognised as a top fan of Muppet performer Matt Vogel.
Great.
And the thing is, I've maybe liked 2 of his things that I've never commented.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I'm a very rigorous liker. I'm not a commenter.
No.
And I do like click through on things, so I wonder if that's what it is. But
Possibly.
I've been a Mika fan for over 10 years, and it just feels like finally I'm getting the recognition I deserve.
If anyone wants to know how much of a Mika fan Holly is, I mean, our listener base is just disappearing per second we keep talking right now.
Let's talk about Mika and steam engines.
Holly had booked tickets to see Mika in London before we had booked flights back to London. That is how obsessed Holly is with Mika.
Keen Mika fan.
What's your favourite Mika song?
Oh, don't even ask. Oh, that's so mean.
Would you like a week to think about
Almadi. I like that one. That's French. Butchered the pronunciation, but that's a good one. I like Bum Bum Bum.
Do you know I could not tell you any Mika song that's come out in the last 10 years? I only know, like, when he first came out. Like that. That song? Nailed it.
No.
Is that a song by Mika?
Guys, don't worry. We don't need to worry about the copyright.
Copyright. Because I'm just going to go...
Oh dear. Well, if you have had anything good in your life happen this week and you'd like to tell us, that would be amazing, because otherwise this is just going to be full of Holly talking about Mika forever. Or me talking about Steam. But you can email us at goodforachangepodcast@gmail.com and we will look through it, and if there's something really fantastic, we'll probably put it on the podcast. And if it's just nice news that you want to tell us about, we'll smile.
And that's it. That's it for the week.
Wow.
I think we did well. I mean, we probably lost a lot of people talking about steam engines, but that was your fault, Sean.
Yeah, so for those of you that are remaining, please subscribe. Please.
Please leave us 5 stars, even after that conversation.
You can now find us on all your favourite podcast streaming services, so you and your friends don't have any excuses anymore. Please subscribe and leave us a review.
You can also follow us on Instagram, where we regularly-ish post some lovely things.
As well as like some of the things that we've talked about in the episodes, where
Yes.
you can post pictures and things that we've discussed. You can find that on Instagram at goodforachangepodcast.
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you very much, Holly.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you very much, Sean.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Jared. You're welcome.
Until next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.